Hey everyone, Robert here, the Furniture Guru. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you about dining table surfaces and the pros and cons of each, and hopefully, help you discover what's best going to work for your specific circumstances. So I'll start with this one that I'm sitting in front of here. It's a really nice glass round tabletop. The pros of glass is it's really easy to keep clean. Some Windex, just wipe that down. Visually doesn't take up a lot of space, so especially if you're in a small condo or anything like that, then you're going to be looking through it, so it'll keep that space looking light and airy. And especially if you have like an interesting base like this guy or a carpet underneath that you want to see, sometimes a glass top can be quite nice. The cons of glass are, well, it's fingerprints. Let's start with that. So definitely you see fingerprints, dust, things like that on it, especially if the area is quite sunny, then you're going to see that quite a bit. And if you, are opposed to having to clean that quite often, then maybe glass is not really the right type for you. But come on along with me and we'll explore some other surfaces that are available out there. So here we've moved on to another surface, and this particular one here is actually porcelain that's laminated onto a glass base. This stuff is fantastic. It has a really nice marble look to it, but without the maintenance of marble. So, it's scratch resistant. You can put a hot pot on this stuff. Fade resistant. It's got a nice sort of a nice texture to it. So, you aren't going to see fingerprints or anything like that. Any spills just wipe right up. So this stuff is the bomb. If you've got kids, that sort of thing, this is a great choice as far as surfaces are concerned. Different colors available. We've got this white Carrara marble look, but I've seen it in other colors, black and black with gold, that sort of thing as well. So this is a fantastic choice if you're a family, if you use your dining table all the time, if maybe even use your dining table not only just to eat at, but maybe we're doing homework or a school project, that sort of thing. This is fantastic stuff. So highly recommended. And but I'm going to show you something else, a little bit of a different look, but just as durable. Okay, so here I'm sitting in front of a dining room table from a company called Amisco out of Quebec. And this particular surface is called TFL. So it's thermal fused laminate. So this stuff, again, is bomb proof. It's scratch resistant, spill proof. This is not the laminate of what we had in the 1970s. This stuff is just, it's on there, and great texture too. So it's on a flat surface. It actually has a little bit of like texture, so it feels like wood grain in here. We've got some other samples of different colors and textures that you can get there. So this again is going to be a great piece for a table that's used quite a bit. So family, you're doing homework projects, all that sort of stuff. You don't have to worry about damaging this because it's pretty bomb proof as well. So let's move along to some other surfaces and discover the pros and cons of them. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm sitting in front of a gorgeous solid oak dining table here. I mean, it's just beautiful. You can't beat the warmth of real wood. You see a lot of the detailing and the texture as far as the wood grain is concerned. It's really lovely, and adds this lovely golden glow to any space that you might have this dining table in. So a lot of pros as far as that is concerned. Really like just the warmth and the naturalness of a solid wood table. Now, some of the cons, even though this is a hardwood, it is going to scratch, so be very careful as far as any ceramic plates, cups, cutlery, that sort of thing is concerned. Use your placemats for hot pots. It can't take that either, so you got to make sure you use your trivets there to protect the surface. Any glasses that might leave a water ring, those sort of things you're going to have to be careful of. But you just can't get away from the beauty of natural wood. So I do recommend that, but you do have to be much more careful with this than you did some of the other surfaces that we just saw previously. But let's move on, and we'll show you some other wood products that might work for you. So here I'm sitting in front of another dining room table. This one's real wood, but it's more of a reclaimed look. So a little bit of a rougher surface. I like this one for families because you still get the warmth of wood, but you're not having to worry about every little nick and scratch, because really with that reclaimed wood, they just add a little bit of character to it. So, this one will be pretty good if it's heavily used table, but you still get that natural feel of wood, but the durability is going to be there for you. I mean, you still have to be a little bit careful. You can't put hot pots, things like that on there. But other than that, this is a great, let's say, workhorse as far as dining room tables are concerned, and would suit, a family quite well. But let's move on to a couple of more pieces here, and we'll look at some other surfaces that might work for you. Hey everyone, so here I'm sitting in front of a beautiful concrete table. It's actually a concrete composite. So, it's got a really nice texture to it. This stuff, again, is bomb-proof. It's heat resistant, spill resistant, scratch resistant. So fantastic, a really great workhorse, but a nice, clean, contemporary look. And, this stuff, you can't go wrong with it. Great for a family, for single people as well, but super durable. And yeah, I highly recommend this for anybody that's going to get a lot of use out of the table. I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to wrap things up here, folks. Hey everyone, so here I'm sitting in front of our last table, and full disclosure, I had filmed this yesterday but forgot to turn on my microphone, so hence wardrobe change, but we're a different day now, so in case you were wondering, maybe you weren't. Anyways, I'm sitting in front of a nice solid wood live edge table, and they call it live edge just because this nice uneven edge here sort of follows the contour of the wood, the natural contour. So just a nice and interesting, almost like a West Coast sort of a feel. So, we get these tables in different stains here. We've got a darker stain, but I've seen them all the way from natural all the way to almost black, like a dark gray black. So definitely a lot of options as far as your decor is concerned. But, when you're looking at your dining room tables, just think about how you're going to use it. Is it something that's just for show? So, you might be looking at something that has a really interesting base to it, looks quite sculptural, that sort of thing. Or is it something that's really going to be used quite often, by your entire family, not only for dinners, but, maybe even as a workstation to do projects, all that sort of stuff. So just think about, how are you going to use it most of the time? And that's how I would recommend you buy your dining room table that way. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and just leave me a question below here, or if you have any comments, that sort of a thing. And also, if there's something else you'd like to see on this channel, please let me know, and I'd be happy to oblige and have it come up in an upcoming video. But until next time, take care, and we'll see you soon.